Hello, what?
Singing the wrong song in my head.
Oh my
Well,
gosh.
it's song time to go with the Wizard of Oz.
How are you? Happy Tuesday. Everybody's back to school. We have all the parishes, or most of them, back to school today.
How's that
We
possible?
had, I know, it's just the kids have no summer. They have absolutely no summer ever anymore.
It starts earlier and earlier, it
It's
seems
crazy.
like.
Yeah.
I'm way older than both of y'all, but we got out the Thursday before, check this out, the Thursday before Memorial Day and went back the Tuesday after Labor Day. We literally had June, July, August completely
off.
open.
Yep.
And now it's like you're on different systems, and some people are on the.
Well, like half of them were had orientation and stuff like 3 weeks ago.
I
Did
know.
they
It's
really?
like they got back from July 4th and it was like, all right, now come to orientation and do
That's
things.
crazy. Just
know.
crazy. Anyway, so we got a lot of people back to school today and all of this kind of fun stuff. And I am over here playing with my computer while we talk because I need to get this. Look at that. Isn't that cool?
He's so fancy.
I
so
am.
fancy.
I am very fancy. These ladies are very good friends of WAFB. We're good friends of Theatre Baton Rouge. We're great friends with the Baton Rouge Symphony Orchestra, candlelight concerts and all that. We'll have to get you on and talk about that.
Yep.
Which is so cool. I
Katie
love those.
Stewart, Jenny Ballard. I'm Johnny Ahysen. And we're talking this week because these ladies are co-directing The Wizard of
Look at 'em.
Oz.
Yay, look at those bubbies. They're old babies now.
I know. They're all in high school.
Don't they look fabulous, Johnny?
I
mean,
mean-
like truly fabulous. The costumes, that photo, the makeup.
like looks from it like a still from the movie.
I've heard so many people say that looks like a movie photo, and so many people say that Molly Kate reminds them so much of Judy Garland. in that
Absolutely.
But if
photo.
you look at the expressions on their faces, that looks like professional actors that would do the photo for their
agree.
publicity. That's exactly like, I mean, this
These
is-
young actors are crazy, crazy talented.
This is two 16-year-olds and two 14-year-olds.
14-year-olds.
I can't believe
They're
it.
about to be freshmen and juniors.
Well, this begs the question, is it going to be on the big stage in the big house? Is it really?
It
It's
is.
on the main stage. We
But this
try to do our young actors musicals on the main stage at all times now. Just
Gotcha.
because number one, they've outgrown the studio as
They've-
far as musicals go, and they've earned the right to be up there.
They put on a show that's the same quality and caliber as the rest of our performers. So
Absolutely.
let them take it.
I
Well,
did
and
not-
they need the space.
I did not know that The Wizard of Oz was a stage show. Was it a stage show before a movie? Or
I
do you
think
know?
both of the scripts were created after the film. One of them kind of departs quite a bit from
It's
the
a little
film.
more like the original book. So it's got some of the darker tones, whereas the script we're using, Royal Shakespeare Company's, is
What am I doing?
very on par with the movie.
Absolutely. It has all of the songs from the movie that audiences are going to know and love. It has obviously all of the characters, and there was a song that was cut from the movie, as Katie was saying the other day, for time purposes, Jitterbug, that has been put back into the Royal Shakespeare Company's version of The Wizard of Oz, and so everyone will get to see that. Actually, they re-released the film
with that
in
scene
June
back in it,
and had Jitterbug in the film.
So the Jitterbug will be in the.
Absolutely.
I've never seen that.
It's a great dance number. It's probably one of my favorite numbers in the show. It's just so big, and the music is different.
It's very big band.
Yeah.
Well, now on The Wizard of Oz on TV, you had 11 bazillion munchkins and things like that in Oz. How big is your cast?
11
42.
bazillion.
What? I love that.
Or 42.
Or 40. That's a big cast.
That's
a
still a
big
really
cast.
big cast.
And the ages range from.
8 to 18.
So this is definitely the youth putting this on.
Oh, it's all young actors.
Yep. And our orchestra is a mix of young musicians that are being mentored by professional musicians from the area.
How are they doing?
Fantastic.
Right.
How about the actors and actresses?
Oh, they're killing it.
Fabulous. Katie and I are just in awe of what they do every night. We were just talking about how consistent all of the actors are being from night to night. And sometimes that's hard to get adults to do.
Yeah.
So the leads are epically good. But
Okay,
the
from left
entire
to
cast
right,
is
who do we
great.
have? Scarecrow was played
So
by.
Simone Sharp is the Scarecrow. Molly Kate Scupion is Dorothy. Adler Rice is our Tin Man, and Elizabeth Porsche is our Cowardly Lion.
Wow. Now,
And
do you know-
Elizabeth is brand new to Theatre Baton Rouge. This is her first show with us. The other three have done, Molly Kate's been with the Young Actors Program since she was 8.
Right.
Or even younger. And then Adler and Simone have done several shows with the Young Actors Program. But they're both so grown up now, which is just crazy.
So from left to right, do you guys know what school they're in by any chance? Or where they're going back to?
Yes.
Oh, Katie, go.
Baton Rouge High,
Okay.
St. Joseph's Academy, Catholic. I'm 99% sure she's at Dutchtown. It's somewhere in Gonzales. So if it's
Yeah.
not Dutchtown, it's Santa Ma.
I think
she-
she's right. I think it's Dutchtown.
And she went back to school today.
Today.
Wow. So how long have you guys been in rehearsal, and how long have you been on stage?
So we're in week 7 of rehearsal right now. We started at the very beginning of July, right?
Very
Right
beginning of
after-
July, right after Strat closed.
That's what I was thinking. It was, I think, July 11th. So we're in week 7, and of course we open a week from this coming Friday, which is this
Thursday.
coming Thursday,
This
A
coming
week from
yeah.
Thursday.
which is crazy. We're already there.
What?
We go into tech on Thursday. We start tech on Thursday.
Because there's a lot of
Always.
special effects and magic in this one.
I always like to go to tech rehearsals just to watch. I don't like to be a part of them because they drive me crazy. I've been
They're
associated
intense.
with theater and not on stage, but behind the scenes, and I think that's where I belong. But tech rehearsals, that'll take a lot out of you.
They're very specific. They can be very tedious, but it's one of those things. If you take the time to get it right the first time, everything about that week will go smoothly.
Yep.
If you don't, you'll be doing the same thing over and over and over again. So might as well take the time up front.
Yep.
Is it still true? Bad dress rehearsal, good opening night.
I like to think so. I like to think so.
Now, are you having like a pay as you can on the dress rehearsal night, or
So
what?
we're doing an invited pay what you can, basically. Or actually, we're doing invited preview and pay what you can on that Tuesday and Wednesday.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
So it opens a week from this Thursday, which is the
18th.
18th. For how many performances?
So currently we have 4 performances, but there's a real chance we're going to be adding some because the show is selling so quickly.
The Wizard of Oz.
I know, it's the Wizard of Oz.
It's a huge family opportunity to get the family, because
Yeah.
you and I have talked before, you can't bring kids to every single thing that you guys do, which I admire because you're branching out. You're getting a little bit more progressive, and I love that about Theatre Baton Rouge, and it's been doing that. But this is a family friendly, bring the kids, bring the
Oh, absolutely.
grandparents would love to see it. I'm going to go see it. I've never seen it on stage, ever.
So it's honestly really great. I've seen it on stage one time, but it was years ago. And I had honestly forgotten how much this script genuinely does follow the movie. It's wonderful. You will feel like you are watching the movie. And one
It
of
is,
the
and
goals,
it's absolutely one of my favorite movies. So when it came up, I was like, Jenny, please, can we
Please,
do
let me-
this?
let me-
Please,
let
can we
me-
do this? Please, can I be part of it? And there's a couple of lines that honestly think it's a little bit funnier than the movie. It's got some extra jokes written in, and I think the live aspect of it, you can kind of play up some of that isn't in the movie. But it's so along the same lines and on the same
Absolutely.
page.
And one of our goals has really been to capture the feel of the movie
Yeah.
and to capture a lot of those moments that you see. We're relying very heavily on projections. And Jason Bro, who does a lot of our shows, directs a lot of our shows, he is working and building all of our projections. So he's working on Flying Monkeys, he's working on Glinda's Bubble. So we're trying to capture a lot of those really iconic film moments with these projections, which I think is going to be really exciting.
That's going to be fun because you and I talked about Frozen on stage with the Broadway Touring Company a couple of years ago in New Orleans, and I can't believe they did what they did on stage. Technically, I was more fascinated than the story itself, watching technically how they did it.
And so much of that is projections.
And I can't wait to see this because of the flying monkeys and things like
I
that.
know, it's going to be really, really
They
cool.
creeped me out though a little bit, so you won't get
God, so scary.
you won't get those loose in the theater or anything like that.
Make no promises.
Oh
So
my
they
God.
may or may not be
Oh
loose
my
in the
gosh.
theater.
Speaking
Where
of
and
loose in the
tickets
theater.
and tickets and all of this kind of stuff. Where and how much?
So theaterbr.org, or you can call the box office at 924-6496, and tickets are $35 for adults, $25 for students.
Got it. Now, if Jenny, you will go over to the wall over here.
I will go over
Because
here to the wall.
you have Jenny Ballard, and I think your husband is also SAG. Are you both SAG?
I'm SAG, he's not, but
Okay.
he needs to be. I keep
I
telling
was
him
going to say
he
he's
needs
a great
to start
actor.
doing.
So we went to
doing
your
more film.
Facebook page. Jenny is has starred in.
Start.
Well, you need to be a regular, but you had a guest.
I do, Johnny.
So what is the program that you have gone into?
Gosh, let's see if I can
love how
find
you
it.
just highlight
So
your-
many
your
things.
precious
Look at all
So
notes.
many
Look at all these
Look at
great
all
talented
these
kids.
young
But she-
actors.
She spends her whole website not on her.
It's
I
all,
know.
I know.
And I
She's
love
so
that
good.
about
I know.
both of
Well,
them.
I feel like I have become Theatre Baton Rouge, Johnny.
Well, I mean,
just
it's just
promote
I
Theatre
love the
Baton
way
Rouge
you
at all times.
highlight all of these precious actors and actresses that are just that are not SAG. Everybody at Theatre Baton Rouge is volunteer,
I know.
They're all
Absolutely
really fantastic
all
members
volunteer.
of the community.
and even you directors, like you're volunteer right now. You weren't at one time. I think.
We're getting close. We're getting close, Johnny.
It's getting
Sorry.
there. It's getting
No,
there.
we got the camera on me and Katie, so we're good.
Look at all these pictures. Look, there's your buddy Jack Lampert.
Whoop,
Wait, let's
whoop.
see.
Look at my buddy.
Jack Lampert is so fun. He was so involved that I think he lives in New Orleans now. And if you have not gone to Jack Lampert's page, go and watch him in all his silliness around king cakes.
I know.
Oh,
God,
he
he makes
is
the
the
best
best king cakes.
king cakes in the entire
But
world.
his
my goodness.
promotion about the king cakes is
He-
absolutely
so much
hilarious.
fun.
So yeah, we got to get him back on. Of course, he likes to come on and promote his baking. So I mean, it's a good. I don't know where he has time to do all that, but.
There
Okay.
it finally is.
All right, now start to finish, because I don't know a thing about this except that I know that you were on TV in a series
Yes. So I got to
as a professional paid actress.
Yes, so I've been working in TV and film for about 20 years, but this was definitely the most exciting thing I've done. And part of that you have to understand is because I have been obsessed with Greg Kinnear since I was like 11. Do you remember when he used to do Talk Soup on E?
Yes.
That's
and
who
he
that
did
is?
that. Yes, he
Yes.
did that bit with his eyebrow going up and the entire crew pulling
Yes.
it back from the back. Literally, the first thing I said to him, he came up and he said, "You're playing my wife, right?" And I said, "Yes, I love you so much. I loved you on Talk Soup and all of these things." So I fangirled all over him, and then I got to hang out with him for about 8 hours.
Do you have any intimate scenes?
So no intimate scenes. This was about as intimate as we got. He patted me on the knee at one point. It was highly exciting.
Fantastic.
What is this show? Where is it airing, and is it still airing?
So it just finished. They actually just posted the final episode this past Friday. It's called Blackbird. It's on Apple TV Plus. It stars Taron Egerton, Greg Kinnear, Ray Liotta. I think his final project.
Oh my gosh!
I know, which is kind of
You
stunning.
know what? It was.
Yeah, we were
It
thinking
was.
that, and what a
I don't
God,
think that
what a
was
loss.
his final public appearance, but it was his final project.
I think it was his final project, but it's a wonderful show. It's based on a true story. It's based on Jimmy Keen's book, In with the Devil, about a young man who basically is arrested and is told that if he can befriend a serial killer and get some information about stuff, he will be released. So it's a really, really wonderful
Did you get to
show.
meet Ray Liotta?
I did not. I wish I had gotten to. And believe me, I really wish I had gotten to meet Taron Egerton as well. But
How many episodes were you in?
so I was just in one, but
Because we can go back
very
and watch
memorable.
it. Which one? The first
It's the
one?
first episode,
It's
right?
the first episode.
Wow, and it's on again.
Apple TV Plus.
Apple TV Plus.
So it should
original
still be
programming.
streaming.
Yeah, it's still streaming. All of the episodes are up there now. So anybody can watch it. Don't blink though, because like I said, I'm on screen for about 45 seconds. But Jason Bale, who I think you've talked to before,
Yes,
a
we
local
have. Sure.
actor, he's in every episode.
Yeah, but we want to see you and stuff. I love
Well-
Jason. I love Jason, but we want to see you and stuff.
Yes, well, take that, Jason.
While you're at that board, if you could tap Theatre Baton Rouge homepage, because we definitely want to make sure we stay on that. This is the Theatre Baton Rouge
Go away.
where you can get tickets
Uh-oh.
for Wizard of Oz.
Yes. Let's go to tickets.
TheatreBr.org, and boom, Wizard of Oz.
Right there. First thing.
There you go.
First thing. So as you can see, directed by Katie Stewart and Jenny Ballard.
Whom we have
Beth
today in the
Bordelon.
studio.
That's right. Beth Bordelon, who always directs or music directs the Young Actors musicals, is doing it again. Hope Carline, who choreographed Seussical and did a wonderful job, is choreographing. And Tara Nixon, who has stage managed for us before, has made her debut with the Young Actors program with this one.
Holy cow.
So it has a really wonderful cast. You can see, as Katie mentioned, it's a cast of 42 people, but you can see the entire cast listed right there on the website. And look at all of those new names.
Wow, so the asterisk indicates
That this is their
Theatre
first
Baton
show.
Rouge, their first show.
So obviously we want to retain all of the wonderful talent we have at all times, but a big mission of TBR should be constantly growing our volunteer base.
Who plays the wizard?
Camille Coco.
We have a young woman.
A woman playing the wizard.
She's fantastic.
That's frightening.
No, it's phenomenal.
It's wonderful, and it's the wave of the future.
Look at Jenny's face. It's wonderful.
She
Oh my gosh.
she just made some choices in her audition that was completely unexpected, and walked out of the room, and we literally all looked at each other and went, "Well, that's done. That
Wizard.
decision has been made."
Wizard.
And it really gives it a very interesting, very modern, very 22nd century, 21st century. What year are we in? 2022, 21st century. Yes.
I'm in space, so I don't care. It's everywhere.
You and me both.
But I love it.
And I would also like to point out, making her Theatre
Oh,
Baton
yes.
Rouge debut as Toto is the one and
Well,
only
you're moving the thing all around. What?
Penny Lane. Where'd it go?
Penelope Lane.
Penelope
Stewart.
Lane Stewart. Penelope Lane Stewart, your precious fur baby.
She's
my
the
God.
cutest.
She steals the show.
We told Molly Kate we hope she enjoyed being the star before
Because
Penny got on
now
the
it's
stage with her.
Penny Lane, and she is just killing it.
She's
I
the
wish I would have
cutest.
known that. I could have pulled her up on and had a picture.
She's
'Cause
just the
We're friends on
cutest.
Facebook, and I love the precious
She's-
baby.
ugh.
How old is she?
She is a little over a year. I've
I was
had her
gonna
for
say.
about 6 months. I got her in March. She was supposed to be a foster.
Do you
I
have
fostered.
any pictures on your Facebook page?
Yeah.
Of her?
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
here we
yes.
go.
I will
She's like my
go
cover
to
photo. Find me. Search right here.
Thank you.
Oh, here we go.
She's I've got her headshot.
we
Look,
go.
there's my search history.
Here we go.
She
Are
was
we gonna
a
see anything that we shouldn't
foster
How do I-
with
how do I
rescue.
type?
see? Around the back of the screen.
Oh, duh, thank you.
There you go.
She was a foster with Rescue Rehome Repeat of South Louisiana. I was supposed to be a weekend foster, and I just kind of fell in love with her.
What kind of dog?
She's just a terrier mix. And
Well, wasn't Toto a terrier mix in the movie?
yep.
Yeah. All right. Let's see.
No, what is
not what I wanna
happening?
She's got control of it over here
Oh,
now.
okay.
You got Jenny with the keyboard. Oh,
There
so
she
there's our
is.
Toto.
Look at that baby.
That is our,
Look.
and she's got an asterisk, right?
It's her first show.
The
Won't be her
Nerds
last.
Debut. It's her
TBR
debut.
debut. How is it to work with a real animal on stage? That's gotta be crazy.
So it's, you know, that they don't operate like humans do, so it's always very exciting.
No, they operate better.
They do.
Sometimes
They
we've
do.
got two Hope Carline, who's our choreographer, and our assistant stage manager Elizabeth Jolly, have kind of set up this tag team dog wrangling where they're just hanging out in the wings with fanny packs full of treats and toys, and we'll get her to go where she needs to go. And about 95% of the time,
She follows.
she follows directions. Every now, we had one night this week where we're like, oh, Penny's in the audience now. Okay.
Oh, no.
Somebody grab the dog.
But it's so much fun watching the assistant stage managers and the crew members walk in with dog treats all over their pouches and with dog toys. It's great. We're working on our shift chart for tech right now to make sure that that tech goes smoothly.
Well, I was going to say you have one fly in the ointment, tech, because after tech, you may be a little different than what you rehearsed.
So she's definitely going to learn a lot, but there's a little note in the shift chart right now that says, let Penny taste sausage backstage. And it's my favorite shift chart note I have ever seen.
That is so funny.
Yes.
Okay, you're getting way out of the
I
picture.
am. I don't know
Come
what's
on.
happening. I feel
Well,
like, I don't know.
what's
so far.
happening. I've got coffee breath. I told you that.
I do too. It's okay.
So we're opening a week from Thursday.
A week from
and we
Thursday.
have co-directors. This is Katie Stewart. She is really, I haven't put your name up a whole lot. Let's do that.
It's okay.
Look at that.
Katie Stewart.
Katie is, I put Theatre Baton Rouge on there because you're so very active. You were on staff there, COVID hit, blah, blah, blah. Now you have a fantastic position at a fantastic organization, the Baton Rouge Symphony Orchestra.
I do.
And they let you still dabble in
I
the
get
theater.
I get to have
right?
the best of both worlds.
Right, so
I get to play while I work, and then I get to come and play after work.
We're so glad to have her back at TBR.
And then there's,
Seriously.
of course, Jenny Ballard is also co-directing. But Jenny has a bigger role at the theater. You are the artistic director?
I'm the managing artistic director.
Artistic director. So you're there for all of it.
I'm there for all of it.
What else is going on at TBR that you can show us if you want to go back to the thing? Because that's coming up a week from Thursday, but I saw a couple of other shows that looked intriguing.
But we have lots of stuff going on.
What is Tony and Tina's wedding?
So it's
Why
a
have I
show.
heard that?
It
You have.
originated in New York, I believe, but there's a resident company set up in Vegas where Tony and Tina's wedding is playing constantly.
Well, I got a
basically.
little scared there. I saw Crew of Apollo. I'm like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So Crew
Whoa.
of Apollo, we love. We partner with them all the time.
I do
but
too. We
I
have
know.
them on.
They're just the best. We're actually doing Tony and Tina's wedding, which the premise is two people are getting married. It plays like a real wedding and reception. So we're doing it at Green Oaks Funeral Home, which always hilarity
So
ensues
funny.
when you have a wedding at a funeral home. And Crew of Apollo is actually providing all of the food. They're cooking all of the food. They're doing all of the catering. It's really going to be amazing. So we're super excited. Great cast. I'm in this one.
Yes.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah.
So we have. Oh,
I love seeing both of you ladies on stage. I mean, are you planning to do any more stage? No, you're not
we keep
planning on
trying
it.
No,
to get
I'm
her
good.
to.
I like backstage.
She does this when she used to come on TV with us. She was like, she would have somebody on television representing the theater, and she would stay in the wings. I'm like, no, get up here. No, I'm not going to do that.
One year we got her to do Christmas Carol.
One time.
But she hasn't been on stage since.
Well, she's
No,
such a
thank you.
spokesperson for the arts in general, but especially the theater. Look at that face. And look, the charisma. Both of you ladies have such charisma.
Well,
Just
thank
so
you.
Thank you.
energetic, so awesome. So there we go. So this is
So great cast. You can see so many names you know and love. Victoria,
Austin
who just
Ventura.
won.
I've seen
Austin,
him in,
that's right.
what,
Austin just
Newsies,
won.
maybe, or
Yes.
He was in Newsies and he just won a Beaux Arts Award for
Okay.
Godspell. And Victoria just won 2 Beaux Arts Awards, one for Godspell, one for Sweet Charity.
Now tell us what Beaux Arts, for people that don't know.
So Beaux Arts is our annual celebration of our volunteers. We basically do about 20 awards ranging from acting awards to backstage awards to front of house awards to young actors awards.
So is that kind of the Baton Rouge equivalent of the Tonys? I
That's
guess?
right.
Okay.
We like to think of it
We
that way.
get to get dressed up and celebrate. And
Because I've heard a
Have a
couple
little
of people,
fun.
I knew a couple of people years ago that had Beaux Arts, and they treated it like a Tony. It was like, oh my God.
People take it very, very
Well,
seriously.
that's why they should. Absolutely.
Well, and it's nice to be recognized when you spend so much of your time volunteering, and of course these people are all volunteers. So Beaux Arts is our way of, at the end of the season, thanking them for everything they've done.
And this is not just volunteer, during the show. They're there weeks and weeks and weeks at a time. They're there late at night. How late are the rehearsals going for the kids? Because now they're back in school.
well, we've been doing rehearsals 6:30 to 9:30. Since it was summer, we went a little late. And that's kind of why the show is when it is. It's kind of hitting right when school starts, so we're not taking up a bunch of school time.
So you've built the bulk of it prior to them going back to school.
So now
Katie
we'll
and
do
I,
we'll do our last couple run-throughs and start tech, and we'll do dress rehearsals next week, and then
How long is it running? About?
through the 21st.
That's right.
no,
Right
no,
now,
no.
it's
2 hours. It's like
yeah,
right at 2 hours.
Well, that's perfect.
It's a really quick show. I think it's 2:20 with intermission, so it's very, very quick.
That is not bad at all.
No.
Curtains at 7:30?
Curtains at
7:30.
7:30, 2 o'clock matinees.
2 o'clock matinees, all right. Starts a week from Thursday,
Yes.
the
18th.
18th. What else was on your website there?
So after Tony and Tina's, which that is happening at the very end of
And that'll
August.
be on the main stage, right?
That's at Green
That's
Oaks.
actually at Green Oaks Funeral.
Oh, it literally
It's literally
is
at the funeral home.
Oh,
It's
because
so
when you
fun.
said a wedding at the funeral
Oh
home,
no,
I
no,
thought
it's
that's what
off-site
it's-
at the funeral home in their like receiving room.
Yeah,
You guys are twisted.
we are.
a little bit.
It was Albert Nolan's idea. Blame
Oh
him.
my
Blame
gosh.
Albert and Christy Coast.
Now,
It's
is
all
there,
them.
so is Green Oaks the one that has the building beside it?
Yes.
So it's in that building?
Yes.
Yes,
Gotta
it's
be.
in
You're not
the
gonna go in the
reception.
parlor.
No,
We're not in the parlor.
Good. I mean,
we're not
I
invading
can see
any
y'all doing
families.
with the casket
No.
open and you. Pardon
Yeah,
me.
that feels like the step too
far.
far.
We
Although
definitely
if it were up
don't.
to me,
That does not sound like
I'm
something
pretty
that they
dark.
wouldn't do. By the way,
I know.
I'm just saying.
I know.
Dead body there. All right. So Tina and Tony and Tina's wedding at Green Oaks, and that starts.
That's August 25th through 28th.
Okay.
So that's at the end of this month. That's
All right,
around the
gotcha.
corner. And then in September, in our studio,
Right.
we're doing Doubt, a parable by John Patrick Shanley. Greg Williams is directing, so we're super lucky to have him working with us again. And once again, we have a fabulous cast. We have Chrissy Bienvenu, Marion's mom.
Oh, I love her. I know we worked with her dad. Her dad Robert was here for years,
Yes.
and now
He's
he's over at
wonderful.
Channel 2, and they love him there as we loved him here. But she is dynamo.
She's wonderful. Her role, she played Frau Schneider in
Cabaret.
and she was so good. I still think about her all the time in that. She made me cry every single night. But she's playing Sister Aloysius, the nun made famous by Meryl Streep in the film. Aaron Wood is playing Father Flynn. He's actually a PhD student at LSU, and he's new to TBR, so we're super excited. McKaylee Seacrest, who is actually a former
Young
Young
Actors.
Actors program young
I like
lady.
that. So you guys can take your young actors and grow them with the theater
Well,
into some
they
They
adult
have a
roles.
lot of that
Well,
happening,
and that's
actually.
honestly the mission of the Young Actors Program. It's an educational, it's a training ground. That's a big part of why we do these giant full-scale musicals. It's get the kids when they're young, understand this is how it works, this is what goes into making a show. It's all of these pieces put together. So then by the time they graduate high school and they take what they've learned from school and what their other classes are, they are ready to go out and audition. They're ready to go to college and do theater if that's what they want to do. And they've got this great, so many years of training.
And Katie's been with the Young Actors Program since
Since
it
day
started.
one.
Right. Are you going to ever graduate into
Nope.
the adults?
She
Never.
refuses.
I won't grow
Don't
up.
ever grow up. Don't ever grow up. Well, that's kind of interesting. What is the... what
And
is
then
the,
Allison Lee, who was in Clybourne Park, is
I was
also
going to say,
back.
I've heard that name on
Yeah,
your playbill
she played
before.
Lena and Francine in Clybourne Park when she did it. She's
Now, is that going to be
fabulous.
it before Christmas Carol and Rocky Horror?
So last thing, we don't have it on sale yet. Rocky Horror will be obviously after this, and then we have The Addams Family happening in November, the musical, which is fabulous.
Oh, no. You haven't
So
done that
funny.
before, have you?
No,
No.
first time.
What are
And
some
then
of the...
auditions are coming up this weekend for Rocky Horror. And then Adam's Family auditions are...
Is at the very end of August.
end of
it's
August.
the 29th through 31st.
No, I'm too
Is it-
short for riffraff. Sorry. Too short.
Get there.
Hey, you can use my hand for the Addams Family. That's a great idea. Put me into a green suit. Oh, no, wait,
Oh.
this isn't TV. Well, I was going to say put me in a green suit and just have the hand out.
There
that'd
you
be
go.
fun.
We'll use your hand in projections.
Fantastic, fantastic.
Oh, my God, wow. And then a Christmas Carol you doing this year?
Yep.
Christmas Carol.
And then we're
Our
gonna-
12th annual production of A Christmas Carol.
And then we're done for the year? At that
And then
point?
that's it
That's
for
it.
2022,
Just those things.
and then
the
everything in
calendar
the
year,
spring.
right. Because we're still in the 2022-23 season.
Correct.
But the calendar year, and that'll be
That's it for the calendar year.
Wow, I can't wait for the Addams Family. I've seen Rocky.
It's a fun one.
Now, is that going to be in the theater or in the studio?
That's on the main stage.
That's
Clay
on the main
Donaldson
stage.
is directing
And then Rocky will be on the studio.
in the studio, and it's
Gotcha.
our actually our final year of Rocky for now. We're just taking a little
You're
break.
just getting tired of it?
So I don't think it's that we're getting tired of it. I think it's that we want to introduce other options and
Yes.
have Rocky in the mix. We would like to come back and bring it back and do other years with it moving forward, but we're looking at some other titles that we could put in that Halloween spot just to change it up a little bit. We don't want to get into a pattern of beating it into the ground. Christmas Carol, we change the scripts. We change so much every year. Rocky,
Wait,
we
you
don't.
rewrite Charles Dickens?
No, we just use different adaptations.
Okay, well that,
This year it's on the moon. I'm just kidding.
Oh, nice, nice. Well, I live there, so I'll be right in the middle of it.
You and me both,
I
Johnny.
always ask Jenny. So, Katie, let's get your name back up there.
Oh, man.
What would you like to see Theatre Baton Rouge do once they're licensed? Forget about being licensed to do it or not yet, because some of these aren't. What would you like to see Theatre Baton Rouge tackle?
I don't know.
Think about that for a minute, Jenny. You and I talked about that last time.
I really want us to do more Sondheim. I would love to see us do Sunday in the Park with George at some point. Obviously, we've talked about shows that rights aren't available. I would love to see us do Moulin Rouge. I would love to see us do
yes.
Frozen.
Frozen. I would love to see us do Waitress.
Yeah.
Come From Away, Mean Girls. The list goes on and
On
on
and
and on
on
and
and
on.
Well, what does it take to get this license for local theaters?
So basically, once the show leaves Broadway, typically it starts touring. We have to wait until the tours have finished. Then they start releasing to regional professional theaters. Then they start releasing to amateur theaters. Then they start releasing to high schools. So that's basically the order in which it happens. The great news is we have a wonderful relationship with MTI, and we often get kind of first right of refusals on a lot of the new shows that come out. So we're hoping that's going to happen in the coming year, Johnny. Hint, hint, MTI peeps.
Yes, yes, yes.
We're coming for you.
Is it similar at Baton Rouge Symphony Orchestra to perform certain people's pieces, or not really? Whether you have to get the rights and
Well, yes. So we do have to license all the music for all
Right.
the pieces that we play. It's not quite as. I'm still very new to the symphony world, so but it's a lot of pieces that we perform are much older.
Right.
So it's not quite as difficult as us trying to get a newly released Broadway tune. But
Well, and now it's hard to get old Broadway shows.
That's true, because
With
everything's
COVID,
going on
Broadway's
revivals.
locked everything down and is about to do a massive touring season with apparently every title that's ever been released.
Okay.
So
42nd Street, is that available?
I honestly don't know.
I know Little Shop
Johnny.
of Horrors has been done.
we just
Yeah.
did that one a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
But man, 42nd Street, if y'all could get 42nd Street, oh my gosh.
That's a big
I
dance
saw it in
show.
New York when the
Big dance show.
the guy that was on the ding ding, who played the lead in that was it's a show. Gosh, dog it! It was a huge actor, and he was on the. All I remember was the little tune, ding ding. No,
Giving me so much to go with.
sounds like first syllable.
Ding ding.
Somebody tell I know they're hearing me in the other room. Jeez. Anyway, he passed away not too long ago, but he was on Broadway. Was he? I can't remember. Julian Marsh is doing a show. I think he played Julian Marsh in the show. What was it? I thought somebody was telling me. Oh, they're telling me to shut up. Biggs. That never happens to me around here. Anyway, so getting back to you, anything that came to mind while she was talking about some of the shows?
I mean, my love for Wizard of Oz, my immediate reaction would be Wicked. And again, I think that's one
Oh,
that
yeah, that's another one. God.
they will hold on to their rights in a steel
the end
fist
of
until the
time.
end of time. But I do just love Wizard of Oz, so it's a...
Phantom of the Opera is another
Yeah.
one.
Well,
that
you and I talked about Phantom last time. That probably will never, be available.
I know
to us,
these
huh?
big titles that have massive sellouts whenever they tour, whenever they do revivals on Broadway. I just don't see those being released anytime soon. But you better believe that we're going to be waiting.
I cannot wait for some of the, and it's just going to be so much fun for Wizard. And you have so many kids that are getting exposed to theater through this, and of course you've had all the summer workshops and things like that. And,
Yeah.
You guys are just doing something with Theatre Baton Rouge 12 months out of the year now.
Yes.
No,
We
there was
are.
a time before your involvement that you had a dead period where there wasn't anything going on at theater.
I know. We talk all the time about when there were only 6 shows per season.
I mean, anything, we'd be so bored.
I know.
We would be so bored. It's... There's a little there's excitement to that rush of like, as soon as one closes, you know there's another one right behind it. You don't have time to get that melancholy of sadness.
I think so, and I think we've kind of trained our audiences to expect that. Having said that, we're always trying to figure out how to have a better layout of the season to where we're not killing the staff as we go through everything.
Well, that's an interesting point, because there was at one point in time where you only had one show rehearsing at a time. You've got multiple shows overlapping in rehearsal.
Yes.
And then this one starts and this one moves back on, and it's just the staff, man.
I know.
It is a massive Tetris
Yeah.
puzzle.
That is crazy. And volunteers at the front of the house, are you set with those, or do you take people that can only come one night and tear tickets? Or?
Absolutely. We will take whoever wants to come help. And anybody can get involved at the theater.
Yeah.
We have so many ways. Front of house, backstage. You could be a spot operator. You could be a costume crew member. You could be a set shift crew member. It could be whatever you want it to be. Obviously, actor. So
And
many
you're the
ways to get
contact?
involved. I'm the contact.
And how do we get you?
So my email is jballard@theaterbr.org.
There you go, jballard@theaterbr.org. Katie, thank you for letting
Of course.
sliding in here, from sneaking away from the Baton Rouge Symphony Orchestra.
Thanks, Eric.
Thanks, Eric. You're going back right now?
I'm
to
going
work?
back.
And you're going to the theater.
I am.
All right. Don't miss it. It starts a week from Thursday. The Wizard of
tickets.
Oz in the big theater, the big house at Theatre Baton Rouge.
Merry Old Land of Oz.
Maryland. Pull that picture down for us to go close out with, because that is
Which one?
Oh, the one on my
the main
Facebook?
one. Yeah, the main one. There we go. Perfect. Look at you working.
Nice.
this
Katie's
stuff.
so much better at this than I am.
Look at that. Look at that. Now, really impressed me if you can get rid of that bar at the top. Go around the corner and hit F11. This is the Wizard of Oz, folks, starting
Oh,
at
you got it.
Theatre Baton Rouge, and it opens a week from Thursday. You're not going to want to miss it, folks. Get tickets online, theaterbr.org. Jenny Ballard and Katie Stewart have been my guests today. They are co-directing this. And get involved with the theater as much as you can. Get involved with the Baton Rouge Symphony Orchestra as much as you can.
Come hang out.
Come
Baton
hang
Rouge
out,
has so
yeah.
much going on. There's always something.
It's a
Ladies,
very cultural place.
thank you so much. We will see you at Wizard.
Thank you, Johnny.
Take care. We'll see you guys tomorrow morning on 9 News This Morning. Be safe and have a great Tuesday, first day back at school for several people. Be careful.